Today, I want to talk about something odd that I realised while replaying Half-Life 1 this year. Or more specifically, a really great mod called Half-Life Legacy that came out on Steam about a month ago. One of the many improvements it brings is the addition of Steam achievements, and one of the great things about achievements on Steam is that you can see not only your own progress, but also the achievement percentage of every other player who owns the game. As you'd expect, the easier an achievement is to get, and the sooner you can get it, the higher the percentage will be. That's what makes this achievement in Half-Life Legacy so weird. Office Complex is the fourth chapter in Half-Life 1, and it's where these Explorer achievements first start appearing in Half-Life Legacy. Explorer 1 is relatively easy. Instead of climbing up this ladder into the vent shaft, just go back the other way, past this zombie, and follow the hallway until you find this security guard hidden behind a locked door. Explorer 3 is more complicated, but still easy to find. Halfway through the chapter, you'll find this door that you can't get through. All you have to do is to go to the next room over and find a vent. Climb your way through it up and around the level, and you'll eventually drop through the ceiling into the locked room. Explorer 4 is just as easy. In the next chapter, we've got hostiles. In the area where you fight all the soldiers, you'll find a conveyor belt. Follow it through until you reach a small military base above the main area, and you'll get the achievement. These three Explorer achievements are fairly high up in global progress. But down here, even past some achievements that are unlocked all the way up to chapter 14, is Explorer 2, find the maintenance area in Office Complex. In chapter 4, Office Complex, you're introduced to these things, ceiling turrets, sentry guns that activate whenever you're in their line of sight. After dealing with the first one, you quickly realise that the best way to get through is to sprint past them as fast as possible. It's quick, you're unlikely to get hit, and if you're lucky, the turret will kill anything attacking you as well. But there are ways to deactivate them if you want to. The first way is just to shoot the thing down. The second is to throw an explosive in its direction, like a grenade. And the third, safer way is to find a power switch to shut it off. If you didn't run straight past the first turret, you would have noticed the switch near the ground underneath to deactivate it. But with the second turret in the stairwell, there's seemingly no way to do that. Which, as we talked about, isn't really a problem anyway, as you can just run straight past it if you want to. But what if I told you that there is, in fact, a way to deactivate it, not by shooting it down or blowing it up, but by shutting off its power switch that's been hidden in the game since it released. In the office area before the stairwell where you fight the Vortigons, in this room with the green couches, there's a yellow sign on the wall that reads Maintenance Access. All you have to do is look up and destroy these two ceiling tiles, which will reveal a ladder that you can climb up to into another room. Now you're in the maintenance area, where you can deactivate the ceiling turret, collect some shotgun shells, and be rewarded with the Explorer 2 achievement for your effort. Now, if you haven't played Half-Life before, you're probably wondering what the big deal is. But I'm telling you, I've been playing this game every year for over a decade now, and not once have I ever seen this room before. Even in fairly popular videos talking about secret areas in Half-Life, this maintenance room is never brought up, and it's just so weird to me that I had to talk about it. Every time I would play the game and go through the stairwell, I'd see the ceiling turret in its room, but for some reason it never occurred to me that I could actually get up there and deactivate it. And clearly, a lot of other people had the same experience. I only found one Reddit post discussing it, and there were even people who had been playing Half-Life since 1998 who had never seen this room in their lives up until now. Something's going on here, so let's talk about what makes this the most hidden area in Half-Life 1, because at first glance it might not be immediately obvious why. I mean, there's a sign right there on the wall telling you it exists, so it really can't be that hard for someone to find, right? Well, if you've played Half-Life before, you'll know that the game is full of random decals on the wall, just like this. A lot of the signs are pretty much just there for flavour and world building, and even if they can help lead you somewhere, there's usually some kind of indication of where to go. But this Maintenance Access sign is just that, a sign. No arrow pointing upwards, no above written next to it or anything, just a little yellow sign on the wall that you're unlikely to notice while fighting through all the enemies in this area. At this point in the story, you're trying to make it to the surface as quickly as possible, so this sign gets lost in the gameplay pretty easily. And while you do see ceiling tiles that break earlier in the chapter, at this point the game hasn't shown you that you can break them yourself from below. And as I said before, the ceiling turrets in Half-Life are pretty easy to deal with anyway. There's no point in the game where you think, oh, I'll have to find a way to deactivate this turret so I can get through. No, you just run past it. All of these factors combine to make this area and office complex, in my opinion, not only the most hidden room in Half-Life, but also a contender for the most useless, which would explain why so many people never found it even after playing for years. And saying all that, I don't think it's completely useless. I still understand why it's here. Diegetically speaking, there would have to be some way for an employee at Black Mesa to access this room so they can maintain their security defense. But then, why is the power switch for this gun turret earlier in the level just out in the open for anyone to access? Why doesn't it have its own maintenance area? After seeing this, you just assume that there's no way to turn off the second one at all. But no, someone took the time to design and implement a whole area in the game that the vast majority of people playing Half-Life never got to see, and I think that's pretty interesting. Anyway, that's all I have to talk about for today, so until next time, thank you for watching.